Jungkook wins biggest award in the United States, a historic moment highlighted by all media New York, USA, in a moment that shook the international entertainment world. Jungkook, a global star from South Korea and the youngest member of BTS, made new history. Jungkook officially won the highest music award in the United States, an extraordinary achievement that not only marks the success of his solo career, but also serves as undeniable proof that K-pop music now stands on par with the world's mainstream music industry. The question is, how could a song released months ago bring him to this point? The award Jungkook received is no ordinary award. He was awarded the Global Impact Song of the Year at a prestigious music awards ceremony held in New York, beating big names in the music industry such as Taylor Swift, The Weeknd, and Olivia Rodrigo. And yes, all media outlets, from Billboard to CNN, from Variety to Rolling Stone, featured Jungkook's name in their headlines that night. So, what makes this moment so monumental? It all started with a phenomenon that no one could have predicted. The song Standing Next to You, the main single from Jungkook's solo debut album Golden, suddenly experienced a massive surge in streaming and radio airplay in recent weeks. The song, which had previously been at the top of Billboard, skyrocketed back into the top 10, even taking the top spot on several digital charts thanks to a viral wave on TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and Instagram Reels. More surprisingly, all of this happened without any new promotion. How could this happen? Some observers cite the emotional power of the song as the main factor. A video clip of Jungkook's live performance began circulating again, with its dramatic choreography and his signature sharp and clear vocals. Hashtags standing next to you and hashtag Jungkook on top flooded social media. Influencers, celebrities, and even professional athletes began using the song in their content. This is not just a trend. It is a wave of pop culture sweeping America and drawing all attention to one name, Jungkook. The peak moment occurred on the award stage. Without prior announcement, Jungkook's name was announced as the winner, and the American public was surprised when the big screen showed his silhouette walking onto the stage. There was no red carpet, no pre-show hype. He came quietly, wearing a plain black suit, but it was precisely that simple appearance that exuded a striking elegance. When he spoke, the entire auditorium stood. "I never imagined the song would come back to life in this way," he said in fluent English, greeted by thunderous applause. "You gave it a second life. Thank you from the bottom of my heart." His speech was short but impactful. Some audience members were seen with tears in their eyes. Many did not expect that a singer from Korea, with a second language and a solo career that had only been running for a year, could touch hearts so deeply. The camera captured the reactions of top celebrities who stood in tribute, a symbol that Jungkook is now not only an Asian phenomenon, but a global icon. The media did not remain silent. The next day, all major news outlets highlighted the moment. CNN wrote, "Jungkook just changed the game." The Guardian called it proof that the voice of Asia is now not only present, but leading. Meanwhile, Variety reviewed that this victory is a power shift in the global music landscape. Shortly thereafter, rumors emerged. Jungkook's presence in America was not just to attend the awards. He reportedly had been living in Los Angeles and New York for several weeks, seen going back and forth to several major recording studios. Some sources say he is recording new material, even collaborations with top producers like Andrew Watt and Benny Blanco. Others believe that this is part of the preparation for a second, larger, and more ambitious solo tour. This speculation was further strengthened after fan accounts detected that several large concert venues in New York and LA mysteriously blocked dates during the summer. Add the fact that Jungkook had uploaded, then deleted, a photo of an empty stage on Sunset Boulevard. Is this a clue about an upcoming surprise concert? Regardless of all these theories, one thing is undeniable: Jungkook is building something. If this big award is the peak of the first wave, then the second wave seems to be even more powerful. Fans, familiarly called ARMY, are now on standby mode. They have started hunting for concert tickets, spreading petitions, and compiling promotional campaigns on social media. In fact, the hashtag #WeWantJK concert even became the #1 trending topic on X for more than 48 hours. What does all this mean for the global music industry? Jungkook has proven that music no longer recognizes geographical boundaries, language, or skin color. All that remains is quality, emotion, and connection. In today's digital age, where one song can change global culture overnight, standing next to you is a clear example that universal emotion is the most powerful currency. And Jungkook is a maestro who can play it perfectly. What is also interesting is how Jungkook now seems much more confident. In his last interview, he mentioned that this victory is not just external validation, but a form of appreciation for his hard work and courage to step out of his comfort zone. "I am no longer an apprentice who is afraid of failure," he said. "I am an artist who wants to create honest music. Clearly, this is not the end of the story." This is the beginning of a new chapter in Jungkook's career, which now seems unstoppable. The United States may be a historical milestone this time, but its influence will continue to resonate throughout the world. And if there is one thing for sure, it is the world has not yet seen the peak of Jungkook's full power. One award, one song, one artist, and one historic moment that will not be forgotten. Critical reflection on Jungkook's glory in America. Is this fact or just sensation? Jungkook's achievement, which is touted as a historic moment in the global music industry, does sound magnificent. But let's stop for a moment and ask, did all of this really happen as reported, or are we being presented with a narrative that is too perfect to be true? This is the time for us as readers, fans, and the global community to think critically and reflectively. Undeniably, the public emotion that exploded after Jungkook received the Global Impact Song of the Year award in the United States brought extraordinary euphoria. However, in that euphoria, did we ever ask, who first spread this news? Is the source trustworthy? Most of the information we receive comes from social media, such as TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube, platforms that are powerful in shaping public opinion, but also vulnerable to manipulation and algorithmic bias. Then, is it possible that this success is actually driven by a careful marketing strategy, rather than purely because of the quality of the music? We know that the entertainment industry, especially in America, is not just about talent. There are economic forces, strategic contracts, and PR games that are often invisible to the public. So it is natural to ask, is this an organic achievement of a Korean artist in the Western market, or part of a grand plan to expand the dominance of the K-pop industry globally? Don't get me wrong, we don't doubt Jungkook's artistic capacity. He is a pure talent, with vocal abilities, stage presence, and charisma that are hard to match. But in a world that is increasingly controlled by digital trends and the war of perception, what is seen on the surface is often not the whole picture of reality. Imagine this. A song that was released months ago suddenly goes viral again massively on various platforms without official promotion. Why now? Who triggered the trend? Is this really driven by the public organically, or is there an unseen push from behind the scenes? How often do we question coincidences in today's media world? When social media is flooded with hashtags like hashtag standing next to your returns or hashtag Jungkook on top, we should ask, is this a form of sincere love from fans? Or is there a digital campaign being run? Because algorithms can be manipulated, trending can be bought, perception can be shaped. Even the surprise moment on the awards stage, which was greeted with cheers from the audience and celebrities standing, brings new questions. How could an artist as big as Jungkook be present without being announced beforehand in a national-scale event that is usually arranged with a strict script? Wouldn't it be logical for him to be given a special place in the event's publication from the start? Or was his absence before the event just part of a strategy to create a viral surprise moment? This is where the importance of healthy skepticism comes in. We as consumers of information need to understand the difference between fact and perception. Facts can be verified. Perception can be shaped. What we read, watch, and hear today, especially on social media, does not always reflect objective reality. We, as information providers, feel the need to emphasize that this report was compiled based on various online media sources: TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and reports from fan platforms. However, the full validity of this information has not yet been officially confirmed by parties directly involved, such as the big hit music label or the award organizers in the US. So we ask you, the reader, do you think this achievement is truly spontaneous and honest, or the result of narrative engineering and industry strategy? Do our emotions as fans often obscure objective judgment of the news? Can we distinguish between sincere support and veiled propaganda? We invite you to not only be passive consumers of this narrative. Re-ask every statement. Find the original source. Trace who first spread the news. Use logic, not just emotion. Today's digital war.